is it really possible to build an online business as a beginner affiliate marketer from scratch and generate $100 per day? Yes, and let me show you. So over the next 6 months, over the next 180-ish days, I'm going to build a business from scratch using my own training to show you how well this works and how simple it is for you as a beginner to build a business online as an affiliate and generate an online income. Okay, so basically, this here is the kind of typical affiliate marketing model. You drive traffic over here from, Facebook, from Google, from YouTube, so on and so forth, anywhere really, to a squeeze page or a blog post or a video that ultimately ends up on a squeeze page. You send that to some kind of thank you page, a download page, some kind of offer, and then you start making money by promoting products. Okay, that's affiliate marketing in a nutshell. And that is a stable, evergreen, and simple business model to understand. Now, there are obviously many different ways to approach this, right? But after, I've been doing this now for over a decade, and I've had thousands of students come through my courses, and I have put together a simple plan that, for me, based on my experience, is the safest, simplest, and most evergreen way for beginners to get going online as an affiliate. And so what I'm going to do over the next 6 months, I'm going to build a business using my training to show you exactly what I do so you can truly understand what it takes to really see progress online, to get traffic, leads, and sales coming in while you sleep. Okay. And this here is obviously something that you need to take seriously because unfortunately the reality is beginners are so busy looking for the fast results. They spend longer looking than it takes to build a business in the first place. So most of you watching right now have most likely spent at least 1 year, maybe even 10 years, looking for the secret, looking for that secret thing that will do the work for you and some magical system that will just make money while you sleep by doing no work. You've been looking for years, yet to build one, to build the real foundations, only takes about 6 months to a year. Okay, so had you had the discipline and the long-term thinking and the self-awareness and the mindset of a true entrepreneur, you would have succeeded a long time ago. But because, unfortunately, you most likely have a very starry-eyed and naive outlook on this, it means that you are simply spinning around in circles, buying every course, buying every webinar package, buying every coaching package, buying everything, and you keep spinning around in more information overload, and you're drowning in confusion. Okay. Now, that is obviously not entirely your fault, because let's face it, guys, we all know that there are a lot of charlatans out there who will sell you anything they can because they want to keep you buying. But unfortunately fortunately for you, that's not how I operate. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing, guys, is the following. I'm going to build a business. Okay, this model right here, I'm going to build this using my own training to show you how simple it is over the course of the next 6 months. Every single week for the next 6 months, I'll create a video for you where I basically outline what I did. I'll outline my progress. I'll outline what my plan is, like on a week-to-week basis. I'll outline my results in terms of my traffic and leads and sales. I'll outline everything for you so you truly understand, so you can physically see me do it. Okay, because it's very important to understand that, like I mentioned before, building an online business it's remarkably simple. It's confusing for sure, because in the beginning, anything is confusing because it's brand new. There's terminology like, split testing and conversion rates and click-through rates and user intents and hooks and, there's so many things that you need to kind of patch together and figure out. And that takes time. And unfortunately, time isn't a sexy sales angle. Right? If I tell you it's going to be hard work, it's going to take a bit of time and energy and investment, and in terms of money, people go, but I deserve more. Right? Start whinging and complaining, and they start playing the victim. It's like, well, if that's your mindset, then you've already lost. Okay, I'll be honest here, you've already lost. But if you're willing to sit down and just do the work, then when it comes down to it, you'll be amazed how simple it is. And when you actually see me do it, you're going to go, what? That's it? That's all you do? It's like, yeah, that's all you do. The difference is that I'm sure you can see, in 6 months from now, you'll see that the reason you're failing is because you're too naive, you're too short-sighted, you're too undisciplined. Okay, much like losing weight. Losing weight isn't rocket science, but let's face it. Who among us truly has a discipline to stick to diet, right? It's really tough, and the same for online. So in the first week, guys, so this here is obviously the very first video. So from the 1st of May until the 7th of May, I'm going to be working on this following training here. I'm going to be working on my 7-step action plan. This is basically where I choose a niche, I build the foundations of a very basic website, I create a very simple email automation and sales funnel, I create a very simple lead magnet, and I basically finish off by creating an automated funnel that create the website that so it's there, is ready in a very primitive way, but it's there, it's ready to launch. Okay, so that is my goal here for the first week. Step 1 here, inside choosing a niche, it's all about hammering home who your audience is, who you're trying to target. Again, this here is usually a very complicated topic, but I break this down with these 8 lessons here. I break it down in a very simple to understand way, where I basically show you how to find a really cool micro niche that you can target straight away and move on. Most people who complete this training here have a niche chosen within, I don't know, 2 hours, done, dusted, you've got a niche and you can move on, okay? So that's the first part here. Now the second part is all about basically building your website. You need a fast and secure website that's fast loading and secure. Again, very simple, very straightforward. And then here, where you start actually choosing your path to success, I'm going to be using YouTube or blogging. Okay, I'm not going to do both in the beginning. I'm just going to have one to keep things streamlined, to keep things simple. People will tell you that YouTube or blogging is dead. Is it nonsense, right? Anyone who tells you that YouTube is dead or blogging is dead, they're trying to sell you another course. That simple, okay? Blogging has been around for eons. YouTube has been around for eons, and they'll be here for a long, long time. Even now, going into, we're coming up to 2024 now. Even now, the vast majority of businesses get traffic from Google. Okay, basically YouTube and blogging are both Google, basically, and they're both the biggest search engines in the world, right? There's a reason for that, because that's what people use. What do you use when you search for stuff? Do you use Google or YouTube? That simple. So if you're using it, everyone else is using it. So blogging is not dead, okay? And the same goes for YouTube. And contrary to popular belief, you do not need to be an expert writer. You do not need to be an expert YouTuber. You do not need to show your face on camera. You can do very simple videos or very simple blog posts, and you can get results moving forward. And then I'm going to create a very simple lead magnet. I'm going to create a very simple email sequence, and then I'll launch my site. And then the next step, okay, the following week, I'll start inside here, inside the Marketing Academy. And that's inside here where basically this is the 180-day or a 6-month plan, where I'll walk you through everything I do here: week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, and so on and so forth. I show you how I'm going to create a funnel, how I find products to promote, how I do split testing, how I send emails, basically how I set up an automated business that makes money while I sleep. Okay, I outline everything inside here. You can see here it's week 7, week 8, week 9, week 10, week 11, week 12, week 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You get the idea, right? It's all there, and I'll talk you through exactly what I'm doing. Okay. Now, obviously, for the sake of clarity here, I'm not going to show you click for click for click for click for click, because that's what I do inside this training. Okay. Because obviously inside this training here, everything's up to date. I also have coaching calls. You can see here I have these little blue call icons here. You get coaching calls with me, okay, or one of my success coaches, where we nurture you and show you and help you grow as a marketer. There's also all these additional courses here about AI blogging and YouTube and so on and so forth, right? There's lots more stuff inside here to give you the fuller picture of exactly what you have to do to build an online business. But this series here that I'm creating for YouTube is all about me showing you, basically showing you that my training works, and showing you, I'll give you an outline of what I do. I'll give you an outline of what I'm doing to build a business. How many blog posts do I create? How long is my content? How do I structure my content? I'll talk you through my thinking behind what I'm doing, why. I'll talk you through my funnel. I'll talk you through the products I'm promoting. I'll talk you through my niche and why I chose it. I'll talk you through everything, okay? But to actually get the click for click training, you can click on the link below and join Taking Action Online, which is what this training is, and you can come and join there and have me as your personal coach. Okay, so with that in mind, guys, The best way for you to follow this is to click the link below and subscribe to my channel. Please do obviously make sure you click the bell icon so you get notified when I release the next video. The next video next week I'll be sharing with you is where I'm starting to build a business, and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. Okay. Now this here, guys, is a very rare insight into the truth behind building a business online. And unfortunately, with marketing these days, it's very glitzy and glamorous, and people tend to overhype things. People tend to basically, lie about certain things, and that's not what I do. Okay, I will tell you the cold, hard truth. Most of you will realize that this is not for you. Most of you will realize that it's simply too much work. Most of you will quit. Most of you will realize that making money online is harder than you thought. But a lot of you will realize that making money online is exactly what you want, is exactly what you want to do, because of the evergreenness and the passiveness to this. Because one blog post you create today or one video you create tomorrow has the power to bring in traffic, leads, and sales for years to come. Okay, and when that hits and when that happens, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. For those of you guys who are willing just to do the work for sort of 6 months or so plus, you have the potential to start seeing great results online. But as with anything, guys, it takes hard work, it takes discipline and so on. However, the good thing is that you do not need to be an expert of any kind. You do not need to know everything about your niche. You do not need to be some kind of tech whiz guru. You do not need to have a predetermined skill set, okay? Because you learn on the road, you learn as you go. You are going to make mistakes, but that's a good thing. You are going to, bash your head against a brick wall, but that's a good thing, because that is the process. If you're not willing to do that, then you've already failed, okay? Because that is the process. That is how you make money online. Think of, if you've been to college or university, right? It's tough because you have exams and you have tests and stuff, and there's a bit of pressure, and that's the process. Okay, you are going to fail every single day. That is the process, and if you're not willing to do that, then just keep your 9 to 5. Go and be a slave to the system, right? Because that is all you're meant for. But if you're willing to suffer a little bit, if you're willing to put some time and effort and money into this, then you'll be amazed at how simple it is. Because the skill set that you need to learn is very contained. It's very straightforward, and it doesn't take 15 years to build a career. It takes 12 plus months, and that's why people love building a business online. That's why they want to do it, and that's why it's so accessible and so affordable. Okay, so with that in mind, guys, click on the link below and make sure you subscribe and keep an eye out for my next videos. I'll create a playlist for this here, obviously, so you can watch all the videos in sequence. And I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you inside the community. Okay, so cheers, guys, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.